Thank you for joining us for another Burning Bright Business Highlight. I am here today with Cam from Massaged by Kamry.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you.
So, it's a lot I want to get into. It's a lot I want to conversate around because it's not a whole lot that I know or a lot of my friends know about massage therapy.
Okay.
So, one, you're a licensed massage therapist.
Absolutely. School for me was 2 years.
Wow.
And it's mostly science and then the massage techniques. So I've been doing it for 14 years now.
14
Yeah,
years.
I went to massage school right out of high school.
That is not a joke. 14 years, you are a certified professional.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow. Yeah, so what actually inspired you, to get into massage therapy out of all the choices you could have?
Yeah, absolutely. So my family was very unique that the women in my family are the type of women that, grew herb gardens, blended up essential oils and things for our hair and skin and things like that. So we definitely believed in modern medicine and technology, but we were kind of those type of people that was like, hey, don't forget about, the real stuff that just works, like home remedies, you know what I mean? So,
Absolutely.
yeah. So growing up, I had a natural knack for it, honestly. But like I said, I was rare because I was exposed to it as a child. So it's not a lot of people who grew up with like that respect for massage therapy as an alternative truly for like alternative medicine for real. You know what I mean? Like, back in the days, you couldn't say massage without thinking about a sexual, connotation.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
even other things of like voodoo type of crazy stuff, right? So that's why, like I say, like it really started from the people in my family who just had a respect for nature and natural things and alternative medicine as an option. You hurt yourself, yeah, you can take pills and stuff, but also let's see a specialist for, this person that's like just working with nature and oils and herbs. So when I graduated from high school and decided that I just wanted to go straight to massage school, my family cheered me on like I was becoming a doctor, They was like, yes, finally somebody's going to be certified because, it was just a thing, like, it was a part of our life.
Right.
So I was just blessed that I was always exposed to it, really.
Absolutely. So would you consider yourself like as a healer of sorts?
You know what? Definitely. The term can be used all kind of different ways, but there are a lot of different ways to heal. And so I definitely consider myself like a specialist in just the healing process overall. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to say that like me laying my hands on somebody is like just so special, right? But because I have the education of just the healing process, that's the reason why people can come to me with so many different things. And I kind of just, can tell them like the process on how to go about healing. Because at the end of the day, like I said, science is constant. Science is like math. It's just what it is. So it's like no matter what the trauma is, you heal trauma in the same way.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's amazing. So 14 years as a professional. What type of services do you provide?
So, in massage school, we learned, how to just give therapy, but after that, it's up to you to take continued education to specialize in the things that interest you. So, and that's the case in like any beauty really business for real, beauty or health for real. So when I took just regular school, once I kind of got into the industry, I found an interest in prenatal massage, pregnancy massage. So that was kind of my first, segue. After that, I took like a Hawaiian massage class. And then surprisingly, that's what led me to lymphatic drainage, which is like the magic word that ended up just blowing up everything.
Wow.
So those were the three specialties that I took back then that I still use. I took other classes.
Can we dive into those?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
So wait, the first one you said?
Pregnancy massage.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so pregnancy massage, is very important to women because when women are pregnant and they have pain, they can't take a regular dose of medicine. So you have to, like I said, you need that alternative option of, hey, I'm actually going to touch on it and, like actually release it. You see what I'm saying? And so people who like know that and respect that and understand that, they know to call me. You know what I mean? Because they get that. Like, it's like husbands calling me like, hey, my wife said that you released her sciatic nerve. And women who go through that, you can't get the medicine for that. You see what I'm saying? Because you're carrying a child.
Yeah.
So like stuff like that is like what made that so close to my heart, that it's like, while you're pregnant and you're going through that pain, I can really give you relief. And I've been able to do that for a lot of women.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's an amazing gift, actually.
Yeah, I love it.
Wow. Wow. So the second was
okay.
Hawaiian...
Hawaiian massage. That's
interesting. Yeah.
So I have to say that that class was very close to my heart, because it was the first continuing education class that called for self-evaluation. So, so the things that I learned in that class, because I barely offer it as a separate service, I inculcate those things into probably every type of massage that I do. I don't even consider it separate. So, and even on my social media and things, talking to other massage therapists, I try to pass on those things, because what that class taught me was the idea of when you go to touch someone, having the intention. So that is the part that's when you go to touch somebody, you are a better healer if you are just focusing on them and using what you learned in school and stuff and just from experience to help them. Mm-hmm. If your mind is wandering and you're thinking about the argument you had with your mom this morning, you're not there. You see what I'm saying? And that class, because of the culture of Hawaiian people and just how they are spiritual and things like that, that whole class, we learned the techniques, but the whole thing is really about your mindset as a therapist.
Right.
And I took that class early.
Oh, that's
so
great.
Just the years of building onto that, that's why no matter what I went through in my personal life, my business continued to grow, because when I was at work, all that stuff was quiet. I'll deal with you after work.
Was the actual patient? Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, that taught you how to really get in tune with your patient.
Yeah.
What about the physical aspects of it? That was different from, I guess, a normal massage technique.
That's the part that led me to take a lymphatic drainage class specifically, because I didn't really. We touched it in massage school, but I didn't really know the depths of how much it could really help a lot of different people. But Hawaiian people, when they do the full body, they include a lymphatic drainage to the abdomen. And that's something that when you go to the average spa, you get a full body. Most of the time they skip your stomach. They don't even ask you. So, and they skip the face a lot of times. They just kind of cut right to the chase. Nothing against it. I've worked at those places. There's just hey, full body in an hour, in and out on the hour, right? But the that Hawaiian massage technique is no. You stop, you take your time, you think about this person, you see what I'm saying? Not praying over them, but just in a maybe even a prayerful state of mind. You know what I mean? That when you go to touch this person, and then like I said, their techniques, the whole flow of their full body massage is following the lymphatic system for real. So when I learned that, and it's a lot of relaxation techniques in it, but that's what led to the next thing of lymphatic drainage.
So, and can you go, because I'm not even a little bit ignorant. I am totally ignorant.
So if I'm too technical, I can let you know layman's terms.
We love the technical side of this, especially because there are going to be a lot of aspiring massage therapists.
Oh I love that.
Hopefully they can learn a lot. I'm learning a lot right now.
Yeah.
Please go with that.
So lymphatic drainage, basically the lymphatic system in the body is just like any other system in the body, the circulatory system, the musculatory system, and things like that. So that's why in massage school, we mainly focus on muscles. We learn every system of the body. We don't learn how to manipulate every system of the body. So that's what made lymphatic drainage, that's what makes what I do essentially different from the average massage therapist, because you had, like, most of the time they're dealing with muscular problems. If you want bones, you go to the chiropractor. You see what I'm saying? Absolutely. So we stay within our thing. But when you take that extra training, like, for example, some people take Reiki, and it's like they learn energy work. Mm-hmm. For me, I was more interested in, like, the technical things. That's like, hold on, how do you manipulate the fluid between the skin and the muscles if somebody is having a problem? Yeah. And so that's where, when I delve into that, then it was like, it opened a lot of doors for me to help pregnant women even more, because the swelling is what I'm working on. So it's like, if a woman has puffy arms, puffy ankles, I can move it along. You see what I'm saying? And then it led to me helping cancer patients who have had lymph nodes removed and things like that. A lot of breast cancer survivors, they need lymph drainage because, like I said, they've had lymph nodes removed. And then the biggest demographic, like I said, which really was the money maker, is the cosmetic surgery world. That I'm like, once we open that can of worms, it's like a whole nother conversation, because that's what led to, just like I said, this whole other world that's like, whoa,
Now, when we're talking about the cosmetic surgery part, today's age, we have a lot of BBLs going on. Of course, the breast enhancement surgery has been going on for a long time, but the BBLs have just really taken off. Yeah. Has that kind of influence your business a little bit more, or have you seen more patients come in for treatment?
Absolutely. So so for me, I actually got it came to me because, like I said, I had taken this class and learned how to work on, like I said, anything, right? So I just learned the healing process. So I was working at Massage Envy, and I was like, just a few years in, for real, and I was rocking and rolling. I was loving my work, getting cash tips every day, getting paid the bottom of the barrel, but it was a job, and I was working for what I went to school for. You know what I'm saying? At that age, in your early 20s, you just happy that, like, hey, I went to school and I'm doing it.
It's a lot of people now who are not doing.
No, it's been a thing. So for me, like, I just stayed there for a while. Like, hey, I'm just actually happy that, like, I completed a course. And I'm in school, like, and I'm, like, doing it, So I'm minding my business, like, you know what I'm saying? So all of a sudden, these housewives and soccer moms who were coming up to the spa in their, like, yoga pants and stuff, like they had left the gym, was coming in like, hey, I just got a liposuction of my stomach and a fat transfer into my buttocks, and I need lymphatic drainage massages. And they was like, oh, we have someone who does that, Kamry. And I was just looking at this person like, you did what now? Like, I had never heard of it. I can't even think of what year it was. Like, it just wasn't even a thing. Like, and the thing that was disturbing to me is that in the Black community, girls were getting butt shots. You see what I'm saying? And I'm working up here in Ritzland, where these women are using their own fat to do it in a healthy way. And it looks good. And so I watched it finally open up to our demographic. And that's when our people showing me love as a Black person, I was able to leave Massage Envy because of that, truly. It's because that clientele. So, and I'm going to just, like, give it to you like this. It's like, say, my aunt, just her friend got a BBL. She like, hey, your niece is a massage therapist, right? I need these massages after surgery. And so my aunt calls me and I'm like, yeah, I can do it. She could come up to massage it. I don't want to come up to massage it. Girl, I will pay you to come to my house. I was setting up the table in people's living room, like friends of family. You see what I'm saying? And so from that of like my people just being like, no, like you just come. We'll come to you. Where you at? Right. Then that was like when like my mom, who had been an entrepreneur my whole life in different areas, sat me down and was like, hey, you might have a thing here. Like I did the math, and them checks at Massage Envy is cool, but what they charging out here for real is like, so I had help too. And so I was able to, like I said, step by step, keep building, and it built naturally because of our community, for real.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So there's more word of mouth that
absolutely. At first, yeah. I didn't outside advertise at all, for real.
Wow. Wow.
Yep.
So out of your 14 years so far, when did that portion, like the business started to pick up for, I guess the body enhancements or the
right. So it's been gradual.
Okay.
I do say that it's been gradual. I can't say that it's just been like an explosion. It's been a slow build, gotcha. Definitely. So like I said, now it's like almost a regular common thing. But to me, in my opinion, Cleveland, we're still a little behind the bigger cities.
We almost always are a little behind. If
we're
anybody
a small
travels,
city for real.
We're a small city on a bigger scale.
Right.
Yeah, if you ever travel around the world,
Right.
Yeah,
so like me kind of being connected to the surgery world, like on the countryside, you see what I'm saying? I'm like way far into it.
Right.
But Cleveland is like I said, the doctors here are not even doing what they're doing in Miami.
Right.
So to me, it's a field that's still growing. So that's why it's like, hey, it's people out there who want to do massage. Yeah. You should, and you should take it because it's not going anywhere. It's about to turn up like more, just gradually.
And it's wild thinking about that because Cleveland, as just a city, we have like we're in the top 3. The Cleveland Clinic is in the best hospital in the world. Ranked.
If you got cancer.
Yeah, you got cancer, other specialties too.
But not cosmetic surgery.
But not cosmetic. Why? Why that?
Because they got their money maker.
Gotcha.
If you got cancer, oof, you
come,
can fly from Arabia and come here if you got cancer and get the best treatment.
Yeah, absolutely.
But if you're getting elective surgery, you don't. I mean, some people do it here. Don't get me wrong. But that's not what these doctors. That's not their cash,
right.
For real. You know what I'm saying? And not to discount, the work that they do for cancer. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But they're not the specialists here for that, just not at all. Like I said, in the big scheme of things, it's some doctors that do what they do, but no, the real Cleveland Clinic, what Cleveland is known for is hospice and cancer care, and I think that's wonderful, right? Yeah. But so you got to do your research. Like that's why so many women go out of town.
Gotcha.
They be taking flights to Miami, Atlanta, New York, LA.
Out of the country, some
so
of them,
many, most of the time when a client is contacting me to book an appointment, I ask, did you go out of town? When do you get back? Yeah. Not a lot of people get surgery here, but they live here. So they got to get their care, and that's when they my best friend for like a whole 3 months of healing. We in there.
Gotcha.
So yeah.
Get your surgery somewhere else, come back here for your healing.
Yep. I'll be here when you get back because I experienced some of that surgery world because I was curious, So like one of my friends I went with her. Zoo, I'll never do it again. I'm telling you, I was on the plane like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be a traveling nurse. I'm gonna do it, I was like, no, my massage room, I control the environment and I can keep it relaxing and I can handle what they bring to me. But that, So.
All right, so let's get into one. I have a great deal of respect for massage therapists. When I was younger, I can't believe I can actually say that now. When I was younger, just dealing with some injuries, whatever, it's like, get a massage, it'll help. I'm like, what do you mean a massage is going to help? And you got somebody like who you said earlier who really cares and is really going to pay attention to you and your needs. Man, you come out that room feeling like $1 million.
Exactly.
Like, I have had everything so wrong. Like it totally kind of rebooted my thought process of what Healing Hands was. So 14 years in, can you give me like some horror stories or something like with clients and I mean
Let me see. Honestly, I think most of the horror stories do come from the post-surgery world. Other than that, my clients are usually, easy. But like the hard clients that I get are the ladies and gentlemen who come not knowing what they got themselves into and not knowing what the healing process really involved. Right. So sometimes when I take a new client and like they don't know, why they're in pain, or so that's the thing for me, is like the information on this cosmetic stuff. That's, to me, the only part that's like, I want to help put the information out there so that it's like when people go for these surgery, like they know what to expect, like they know how much money it's gonna cost. You have to count the cost. It's not a broke girl's game.
I hear that.
No, it is not. Like, if you only have enough for the surgery, you should not go.
Right.
You need another $2,000 for massages, garments, time off work, rides, because if you can't sit down on your butt, you're not driving here. You see what I'm saying? Like, people don't take into consideration like what is really involved. And so to me, that's like the only horror things that I've had are people crying on my table for their first appointment because they just got this BBL and they didn't get off the table looking like Nicki Minaj. And it's like, oh, baby, it's a lot that goes into looking like that.
Yeah.
They're looking on Instagram and stuff, just thinking that, and especially, I'm not going to lie, the surgery, like the doctors don't help. The surgeons, they sell you a dream. Yeah. And I just, it's the way of the world, but I like to give people the real. So when people talk to me, it's like, hey, baby, that before and after that he's showing you is not straight off the surgery table. It's after months of massages, compression, nutrition. So people who can't afford the aftercare, they don't get good results. Then they go again. So, not lying. That's how it works, man.
Ladies, y'all heard that. Listen, prep right, know all your costs, and know your expectations. Yeah. Know what to expect before and after, and it's a process.
And if you broke, don't do it. If you do not have excess money, you need to work out and diet. Like, it is not for, like, I'm not even trying to be funny, but it's like when you are counting up, like, we're for real. That is like, if you are not up in your life, don't do it, because you will just be actually in pain and not be able to help yourself.
All around miserable.
I'm telling you. So those are the horror stories, are when I have somebody who has so much swelling and is in so much pain and stuff, and like they can't afford to come to me the amount that they need to, because I am in the health field, but I'm not covered by insurance. Got to pay me out of pocket. So I try to do packages and deals and stuff, but girl, I got to eat too. Like, you know what I'm saying? I work. This is my work. So it's like, if you don't have the money, and so that's the worst thing, is like, can't help somebody because they don't have the money and they need it. Oh, I hate that.
And it's all because they didn't plan before.
And so that's why I just be like, hey, y'all, plan this stuff out. Think about what you're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. All right, so the good part, like gratification, what's been like your biggest gratification moment?
You know what? I think for me, the biggest gratification is just at the end of the day, actually the feeling that you said. Each person left feeling better. So if each person that I take into that room, that when they come out, they're better than when they came in, I'm good. Yeah. I might not have solved the problem. You see what I'm saying? Like, you still gonna go to work and lift the same boxes. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, yeah, but honestly, to me, like, life throws so much stuff at you, and life is so real that, like, yeah, I specialize in those things. But even people who come to me for relaxation, hey, if you just tell me that you stressed out, you see what I'm saying? I get it. Like, life is rough. So for me, I love that I'm in the type of field that is like, I am a feel-good business. You see what I'm saying? Right. So, like, it is very gratifying, because unlike, people, maybe more like a social worker or something, they see people at their worst, and that's hard. And they don't always get happy endings of the stories. You see what I'm saying? And that's very hard. Like, I look at those people as just real, like, strong people, right? But those are some of my clients. You see what I'm saying? And they're walking in with that wrinkle in their forehead. And I'm like, we ain't got to talk about it. Just tell me, you know what I'm saying, which aromatherapy you want, which station you want, and we gonna just let you I want you to just be able to go to work tomorrow feeling better. You know what I'm saying? So honestly, yeah, just like you said, like as massage therapists, when we hear that, like, yeah, I just felt better. That's
Right.
all we be wanting to do for real.
Right.
I just want you to feel better than when you came in. So at the end of the day, if everybody left happy, I'm good.
And that's a beautiful thing. So me and my business partner over here, we started this thing really to highlight businesses, black businesses, black women doing things in the business world, and you happen to be covering all three here. So it's really something that we want to get into a little bit. One,
I love that.
yeah, being a business owner, being a black business owner, and being a black woman business owner.
Yeah.
Like that's a lot, but how have you managed that? Like,
so I can't start the story taking too much credit because my mother was self-employed my whole life.
wow.
So my mother ran a daycare. It was Kim's Place Daycare.
Hey.
And she ran that daycare for, I don't want to mess up her years, right? So like more than 20 years, okay?
Wow.
So I'm going to say this. From the time I was in kindergarten till my younger brother graduated high school, ran a daycare in our house.
Wow.
And so I never really saw my mother have a boss. For real. And, you know, she was living real life too. You know what I'm saying? But the things that she learned in business when she saw that I had the opportunity to do it, because watching her, I saw the real of, you know, maybe people around you thinking that you have money because you have a business. And it's like, no, we don't always, you know, be up and down. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like sometimes we turning up at TJ Maxx, but then sometimes it's like, you know, can we get food stamps? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, like I grew up like really knowing that for real. So like when I was coming out of massage school, like I told you, I was sitting at Massage Envy just very comfortable because I'm like, man, I'm going to be like my dad. You know, my dad just worked at like, it was Ameritech at the time. You know, he just had like a regular job and he was just so happy, like, because she was real stressed out. Like, we all was like, yeah, no, you know, that side business I had in mind, I don't think so, because it be getting hard around tax season for real. Like, you know, so, so honestly, I never wanted my own business. For real, I really didn't. I was thinking, I'm going to be like my dad, I'm going to have a 9-to-5. But my mom, when she saw the potential of like what I really had, then that's when she started sliding me books to read. That's how it started. That's why I'm saying amazing. I can't take credit. I didn't go to business school, but I do well because my mom just kind of, like I said, so the first book was like Who Moved My Cheese.
Wow.
That was like one, and then Rich Dad Poor Dad. Everybody know that one, right?
Course,
and then
of course.
So then from there, I started reading, like, you know, just my own. And, you know, just kind of, you know, did it like her. Like, we just kind of knew what we did, Googled what we didn't know, you know what I'm saying? We just kind of made it happen. So first I started off renting in a nail salon. It was called The Pampered Nail. And I just rented a little room just like I have here. That's why this place was so nice, because I got to rent out spaces like how I started. Yeah. And so I did. I started with a little room in a nail salon, and I didn't outside advertise. I'm telling you, it was referral only because, again, as a woman, you have to protect yourself in this, like, you know, as a massage therapist, because like I said, so many people just in general, that's not a black thing or a age thing at all. When you think of massage in movies, in the media, it's thought of as sexual. So as a young woman talking about I do massages, I couldn't just blast that out. You see what I'm saying? I had to know, like, you know, this person through somebody. You see what I'm saying? So that's kind of how I moved for a while. And then I moved all around. Like I massaged at my grandmother's house for a minute. And she lived in East Cleveland. Like, that's why my mom was just like, no, you got something, because they was like, where you would send me the location. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Like, they did not care.
Yeah,
it was like
coming to EC for the
from Twinsburg and stuff in nice cars. I mean, they thought I was selling drugs. For real, they rolling up to Neela Like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Nice cars, just, you know what I'm saying? Like, what they doing in there? Like, this girl's a massage therapist. What kind of massage? You know, they like, what? Like, you know, so I'm telling you. So that's how it was. Like, I had to, you know, kind of move different because, you know, my world of, like I said, my family knowing and respecting that. That's how I'm telling you. Like, it wasn't even until I was older that I realized that was rare.
Wow.
Because I really grew up with it like that. And then when I met people who thought of it differently, I was thrown off. Like, oh, shoot. Shouldn't even be saying that all the time, you know, until it was more respected, you know. So yeah. So between reading books, I started listening to podcasts. And like I said, my mom has helped me, and then my brother too. You know, he's just like naturally good at it too. But it's because of my mom, but he's like cutthroat. Like me, I'm a girl too, so I be getting emotional and stuff like that. So no, they keep me together. Okay. Still, even now, for real. Like I said, when I got that bad review, it was like a family meeting. Like, cause I was freaking out. I was like, y'all, somebody went on Google and dogged me, and I didn't even, you know, I was like, oh, I was having such a bad day. And then it was like, okay, family meeting on the phone, press meeting, you know what I'm saying? And my little brother is just sitting up here like, hey, look, this is what I looked up. Respond in a positive way. Boom.
100%.
And then my mom was like, it make all those good reviews look more realistic. Boom. Absolutely. So then I wiped my tears, and I did. I responded to that person and went on with my day.
And they're not wrong. And you know what? But you're not the only one either, because, you know, just me associated with a lot of business people. Everybody's really protected other reviews and everything like that.
Like I was like,
it's really...
Yeah. I'm telling you. Yeah. So yeah, from there, honestly, so then for a while, I kind of stayed small. What helped me get to this point, honestly, was like COVID, the PPP loans and stuff like that. So I had a legitimate business and really used it for my business.
You see, people, you see what you can do.
No shade. No shade.
I'm shaming y'all.
No shade.
I am shaming y'all.
No shade. I'm just saying, because for real. I am not hating, listen, right? Because I want us all to win, and we needed that money, right?
Oh,
but
sure.
I'm just saying, I was blessed that when I really did file, I had like legit reasons. Yeah, I had been filing taxes. I was still just a sole proprietor. I wasn't even an LLC, but I had papers to prove
was legit.
You see what I'm saying? And then when I got it, turned up a little bit, but then I found this place and like had the money to do it and stuff, right? So
y'all see what can happen when you do things.
Yeah. So like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie that like, as great as this is, like I said, it was me working with my resources. But when I came in here, I just did what I do. You see what I'm saying? It didn't change what happens in that room. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But I did have the opportunity to help other women because this place has 6 other rooms, and I was able to rent it out to other people in the beauty industry. And yeah, I was always here like, hey, you need help with your marketing. You need help with, you need me to look at this patient. And you see what I'm saying? Like, it's definitely, such a blessing for real. Like, I wouldn't have been able to do it without the PPP loan.
Wow, that's
beautiful.
I
didn't have the money or the credit to file for business, for business loan. I didn't even have the credit. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
the beautiful thing is that once you had all your paperwork together, you got it approved, you got it done, and you don't have to look over your shoulder like, damn, are they going to come get me next? Because like I said before, right now they're still locking up a lot of people to this day.
Yeah, like I said, hey, no shade, I ain't hating.
No shade, yeah.
But
I'm very thankful myself when I got presented the opportunity. Like, hey, fam, you trying to get on this?
Yeah.
Or hey, can we use your LLC to do it? I'm like, yeah, nah.
Right.
I'm cool.
Exactly, and
I'm gonna pass up maybe a good opportunity because I don't want this stuff to come back on me later. And,
because people like us, real businesses, like we needed it for real.
Yes,
I could, that was scary. I didn't know what was gonna happen. So yeah.
That's great. So so shout out to the PPP loans.
Yeah, absolutely. And then just one other thing I wanted to say about being a Black woman business is that I very recently posted on social media about getting your certificates as a minority business enterprise and a woman's business enterprise. So in Cleveland, we have the National Urban League, and they work with you for free to get you certified. So even as a Black man, you can get the minority one, but as a woman, you get both. And that is what helps you get business funding, loans, like I said, with bad credit. They will help you because of that. Number 2, grants. for your specialty. And like I said, they have like free counseling. So like I said, I use my resources. When I found that out, I just was about it. You see what I'm saying? So it's like the stuff is out there, but you just have to like, you gotta be about it for real. So like I said, I ain't doing nothing special, but I just be handling business. You know, I turn up to and have a good time. But at the end of the day, Monday morning, I'm back at work.
Right. So you said you found one for being black and one for being a woman?
Mm-hmm.
Man.
Yeah.
And you can use them both together, like as a resource.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. To get funding for your business.
I qualify for the black one. What if cousin Rod? What if my business partner like identified as a woman just to get that?
No, because it's a man's world, and it really is hard to do business as a woman. So no.
But he identifies as
because it is hard to do business as a woman. So no, because no. I be in the bank, handling business. That like if I was a man, they would be talking to me different. So no,
maybe next time.
We
man.
Get that. No.
Something to shoot for. Oh boy.
No. Y'all get the one. You good.
but that's really though that is amazing, and being able to use your resources, being able to find them and use them is amazing in itself. Mm-hmm. So what's next? I know you're moving out of this space.
So that's why I love this interview, because it was the last shebang. Yeah. So this weekend we are moving. I am so excited to be collabing with my friend at the Body Lounge. So it's in Lyndhurst. Okay. And like I said, my good friend owns that place. She's working there now, and she had an open space for me. And I love that I'm about to like kind of take it easy for a minute and actually rent from somebody else, because like I said, in the room it's the same thing. The business aspect has always been separate. Right. So I'm very happy to downsize. You know what I'm saying? Because you kind of focus a little bit more on healing. We are moving, and I feel very blessed about this place though, because like I said, I had branches. Yeah. I was able to help so many people, and like even the people who are here, like we were here for 2 years. Wow. So it was like, I've helped, I've been able to just help and motivate a lot of beautiful women and get their businesses like started and help them, you know what I'm saying? And it's been a wonderful thing. So even all those people, they still got my number. I ain't going nowhere. I'm going around the corner. So they still, I be like, hey, don't be funny. Don't be acting funny,
Speaking of that, like I said earlier, a lot of younger people who are, just coming of age, and they're seeing this interest in these professions like this. What kind of advice do you have to give them? Like, what would you?
So, for people trying to decide, just like in general, choosing a career and just choosing like, if you're going to follow your passion or if you're going to do something for money and things like that, just keep in mind like what your day-to-day life is really going to look like. You see what I'm saying? So that's why, like, even for me, being able to downsize, I know now, I've experienced enough that I know I'm going to be happy doing that. You see what I'm saying? Because if I could just come in, focus on my clients, I'm always good. I can rebuild whenever. You see what I'm saying? So people who are, at that age where it's like, they're trying to figure it out. To me, I just feel like before they really lock down on things and invest in things and spend money on things, just really make sure you have the heart for it. But then, because once you start, like, you shouldn't stop. Yeah, right. Because, if you have a passion for it, even if it gets hard, even if you have to shrink it, even if you have to do whatever, if it's truly your passion, you should still do it. So, like you mentioned a chiropractor. I worked at a chiropractor's, but guess what? I still had my thing on the side because I had these clients that I cared about. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? And I did it because I enjoyed it. Right. So, like, even times that, I got an Instacart, too, to get the money because I don't got that many clients. But I'm still doing it. Like, I'm not giving up. Right. And that's the only reason, like I said, I can sit here and say, 14 years. It been rough. I'm not going to act like, but that's all I'm going to say is that, for young people who are choosing something, choose something that you ain't never gonna walk away from, because that's the only way you really gonna be successful over time.
Got you.
Yeah.
So where can people find you? Where, like your socials?
Yeah, so honestly, everything is Massage by Kamry for real. So the website is Massage by Kamry. That ain't gonna change.
It's a great website.
I'm about to just, oh, thank you. I did it myself.
Really?
That's a different conversation.
Look at you. See?
I told you I could talk forever, boy.
Man.
Yeah, I sat down for about a week and did it. Yeah.
You got a lot of determination in you. I can see that already.
Like I said, when you have a passion and you care about it, it's your baby. You know what I'm saying? I don't have any children. When my friends were having kids, I was working, and that's okay because I love what I do. You see what I'm saying? So that's where my advice is. Oh, so back to
Yeah, no, you're good.
Sorry, but so yeah, Massage by Kamry. Honestly, that's my Instagram, that's my Facebook, and that's my website.
Gotcha.
And even when I do Twitter and all this other threads and all that kind of stuff, it's always TikTok. I'm everywhere. I love social media, so it's like everywhere. It's just Massage by Kamry. Even the hashtag, I've been using it for years.
Yeah, we're gonna make sure we definitely have that visualized right here.
Yeah.
For you.
Oh, YouTube too. Yeah, everywhere.
YouTube?
It's if you type in Kamry, Kamry, you're gonna find me.
Man, that's great.
You can Google it. I'ma come up.
That's amazing. Yeah, I can't wait to showcase that. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
So yeah, what else do you?
So yeah, honestly, for me now, so it's been a few years now that I've been certified to do continued education classes, and so as I get older now, like I do have self-care, because like massage is a physical job. So, my hand, I'm using my body, you know what I'm saying? So I get massages and stuff like that. But just as I think about myself continuing in this line of work older, I think what's next for me is to step more into the continued education courses. But like I said, of course, that's why I got into the grants, so that I can get funding to work with someone, because like me sitting down to do that website, never again. You see what I'm saying? Like, I learned my lane. Like, I was too determined. I was one of them people that was like, oh, I could do this. No. I mean, I did it it's done, but that is hard. Like, if that website ever goes down and I have to rebuild, I'm hiring someone. Like, it is worth the money. Like, the week that I sat down, like, I probably got some gray hair from that week. Like, so I'm going to say, like, some stuff, like, I did it, but it's like, hey, look, sometimes it's just not worth the stress.
I hear that.
Hire someone if you have the money. Like, if you like me at the time, like I said, I ain't had that PPP loan yet. So I didn't have the money to hire somebody. And I was determined, like, no, I want a dope website. Right. So I sat down and did it. Yes, okay. But like I said, my brain don't work like that no more. So yeah, like I ain't going nowhere. But like I said, I'm always gonna take clients, because that's really truly where my joy is. But I would like to pass on my knowledge to other massage therapists. That's mainly what I would like to segue into, is like passing on my knowledge to these fresh blood, strong young people, who can do the work, because it's physical.
So are you kind of more interested in now, like in kind of just teaching?
Yeah, and so that's so like as I just quiet and just shrink my practice in my spare time and with my grant money and stuff like that, I'm going to be hiring professionals to help me come up with build these courses and stuff like that, because I'm not doing that myself. Now, I learned my lesson. Like, hey, I'll tell you what to write. You see what I'm saying? Like, so that's kind of what my next project is going to be.
That's amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Thank you.
So absolutely. Well, listen, guys, man, really appreciate you letting us, sit down and really kind of invade your professional life.
Thank you. No, I want to share. Thank you.
It's an amazing setup you have. And, of course, when you move into your next spot, we'll love to continue to showcase. And
absolutely. And like I said, I have other friends who have this same setup who, like I said, are black women helping black women.
Oh, man. That's
amazing. I want to show them love and stuff. So,
that's amazing. Yeah. And, hopefully, we can highlight
It's a whole
them
community
as well.
of us. I got a lot of friends.
Shout out to the whole community, man.
So, absolutely.
Absolutely.
So, like I said, okay. So, I definitely got to shout out my boo, Body by Simone. I just love her story because she started off as my assistant when she first graduated from high school.
Wow.
And she is a body sculptor now. She's 21 and she is just doing her thing. And she is leaving, getting her own place. So well, shout out to Body by Simone.
Young black woman.
Then, and then a Mindful Touch, my friend China. She's in like the Bedford area. She's been doing her thing for years. And then, like I said, where I'm going, the Body Lounge. You know, me and Tierra, we're gonna be there. So
y'all heard it.
So them my people. But like I said, it's a lot more. But you know, we all connected. So
that's what's up, man. Shout out to the community. All right, well, thank you again.
Yeah, thank you.